You know how in life, when we think about life, we usually think of it in like a linear way, like it starts here and then it finishes here. But actually life is made like this because it is full of circles. So it's not linear. It's actually like how would you say, like a spiral, because it's full of beginnings and endings. And this part might sound a little cliche, but what I'm saying is that 10 is much closer to 1 than 9, 8, or 7 would be closer to 1, because you start here and then you finish here. So as soon as you finish a cycle, you're right back to the start, to the beginning of the next one. And what I am saying is that we should really enjoy the process of whatever goal we're trying to reach, or at least we shouldn't hate it, because like as soon as we finish and we achieve that goal, it's gonna be amazing. Of course, we achieved something that we wanted, but it's gonna be for such a short period of time that it's gonna be like, okay, then what's the next one? So you're gonna be like just eager for the next one. And again, you're gonna be waiting the whole process, or suffering the whole process, until you get to the next 10. And then right away you have the 1, and like that, your whole life is gonna be mostly, I don't know, arduous and then hard and tough than happy. Because, you know, when we think about it, like 70 or 80% of life is made of the processes and not the reaching the goal. Those are such small moments that when we add everything together, we have like a higher percentage in the end of our lives of actually trying to achieve that goal of being in the process. So if in the end we choose the processes that are so hard for us, our life is gonna be in the end just hard and tough and unhappy. And what I'm saying by this is that if the process you're in to reach your goal now is unhappy, it's not good, is super hard and painful, change your goal, or keep your goal but change the way you're doing it. I would say the second one is the best, because if you set this as a goal, it's important for you somehow to like keep your goal. Also, always be sure that goal is from you to you and not somebody else that wants you to do that, or you're trying to do that because of somebody else. Just be sure that that's your own. That is also very important, because if that's not the case, whatever process you're in, it's not gonna be pleasant, because part of you, that voice you're trying to avoid, is gonna be always there, reminding you and telling you that that's not exactly what you want to be doing. And you know, that inner voice is usually some part of us trying to get us back on track of what we were supposed to be doing, because we all come down here on earth with a mission, whatever it is. It can be small, it can be big, but as long as we are on track, we are not going to be suffering as much. Of course, suffering is part of it, but it's much harder and painful when we are in somebody else's track, or in a track somebody else put us in, and not the ones we came down here to follow. Think about how big part of our lives we spend actually sleeping, and because of that, people say they're out there that you should get like a good pillow and a good mattress, because we spend so much time in bed, and that's so important for our health. It's the same thing about our actions and behaviors and whatever we are actually doing and whatever is getting us moving every day in life. We should understand that the process is really important, because if we enjoy even the least, or at least if we don't suffer, or we suffer the least possible during the processes, and if you suffer in one process, you shouldn't be suffering in the other. You shouldn't just have all of them of suffering. The more time passes, the more suffering you do, the less you're gonna enjoy when you reach the goal, or even most of the times you're not even gonna reach that goal because the process was so hard that you just gave up. So whatever it is, like if you're, for example, you wanna exercise to get the body you want or get better health, if it's being so hard for you, try to find something else, like a different kind of exercise. If you're like going to the gym and you hate it so much, of course, if you just started, you should try a little more to see. But if it doesn't get better, just try to, I don't know, dancing or doing some sports or doing a different kind of exercise. It's very important to notice that the goal is very close to the beginning. It's like You don't play a game because you want to finish it. Of course, you want to finish it, but you enjoy the game. Otherwise, we wouldn't even start playing it. We enjoy the process of the game. That's why we choose. We don't play just anything. We play a game that we want to play. And when you finish it, you can just start again and again. And that's why we get addicted to games, is because we can easier just finish and start again, because we have this kind of condition where we're looking for the goal all the time. But in life, we should try to make it like a game, in the sense that you enjoy while doing it. I'm not saying that the goals don't matter. They matter a lot. Also because the results, which means the goals, are going to be setting the grounds for the next one. So they are important. Of course, it depends on what they are, but small or big, just try to make the process as enjoyable as you can. I used to say that respect is the most important thing in the world. We should respect literally everything and every being, ourselves included. We should be very respectful to ourselves and not be just like, oh, because it's myself, I can take any pain, I can do whatever. No, just like respect yourself. And you know, there are the healthy pain, I guess, but they're not unbearable. They're not something that you struggle so much with. It's something that you feel like, I don't know, when you finish an exercise. I'm using this exercise examples today because I was just exercising, I guess. But anyways, like when you start exercising and then the next day you feel that pain and you're like, oh, I'm in so much pain, but you at the same time you feel like it's working. So you're like happy about it, if that makes any sense. That kind of stuff is okay, but not something that is really making you struggle. And I'm talking about physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, and whatnot. Yes, I guess I already talked too much and I'm gonna stop here. See you in the next one. I hope it was at some level at least insightful and helpful, and I hope you enjoyed watching and staying with me for this other video. Bye bye.